Hood Heroes TV podcast. This the day one edition with fam Terry Milla doing it big. Oh, before we get to it, I don't know if y'all saw in the news this week, but quickly for all y'all, and that's for everybody out there, just be advised that the brother that got killed in Florida, he got caught up. He was parking at the gas station in the convenience store, and his girl got harassed by a dude, and they basically did the same, the Zimmerman joint.
Yeah,
and
the dude was yelling at the girlfriend, and then he came and pushed the dude, and the dude shot him from the ground. But he was yelling at the girl like way out of pocket.
Exactly.
And then of course they gonna do the stand your ground, that madness shit they on. You feel me?
Yeah, and I was thinking about that. So just like how it happened with Trayvon and Zimmerman, a precedence was set, and basically folks was able to just kill black folks for no reason, So this is another example. So y'all be mindful and watch out for this trick of getting provoked out there by just random stray people, especially in Florida. But they got to stand your ground in Georgia too. So I just want y'all brothers to be on guard. If somebody acting extra saucy out there and they want to try you, they could be just straight up planning for you to literally push them first.
So they can have a gun, and cause they are everybody's strapped. You feel me?
Exactly.
So it is a trap, and you walking into it. But I think it's all part of this. The whole culture is just wild, wild west, cowboy, shoot 'em up, video game, Terminator mentality, where we just gonna shoot 'em up. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
You go to watch the murder killer movies and all this programmed death in our society, then the lack of value of black life.
Right.
All that shit is all combined together, and they act it out. You know what I mean?
And it's so crazy, man. Like, and it's related to the music too. The whole deaf culture phenomenon, like what they definitely using rap and hip hop in general to push this whole devaluation of black life, devaluation of black women, and devaluation of black men. So this culture goes hand in hand with rap, and you see it on a daily basis. And like I say, people, they'll kill 30 people in the song and they won't even say why,
Yeah.
But the other thing about it is we support it.
And it's going to be on the radio, and it's going to be like, I just saw a bus on the way over here that's marketed to kids. It's a trap type of thing where you selling, trap means selling dope, what I'm saying? So you promoting this, but then it's like in little kitty colors, and whole imagery and marketing is designed to the youth. So the youth it's like it's targeting them. You know what I mean? They do it, and they don't really understand. All of them don't understand what's going on with it. So the prison system and the jail and hell waiting. And it's like it feed the cycle over and over again.
Yeah. 10 years and 10 minutes.
No doubt.
That took me back, to a song you did back in the day, and the whole concept of you're able to lose your life with one rash decision.
Exactly.
And people, they think it's a game because you got these rappers out here saying, "Oh, I got money, I got bond money."
Yeah.
I got my money ready. My mama got. Guess what? You do something, it ain't gonna even be no need for that. You're not gonna be able to buy your way out just on GP. So, they got the game really messed up,
Yeah.
So, Terry Milla, Prince and Peasant Clothes.
So enter Terry Milla, Prince and Peasant Clothes, and that's what this album. My whole career has been talking about this like since 10 years and 10 minutes, over 20 years ago. Talking about this type of stuff, and I had opportunities to quote unquote get on with the music, and,
right.
But they want you to wear your clothes backwards, wear a dress, or pimp your people, and divide and conquer all that type of shit. So I chose to opt out and just stay real to my music, but at the same time get my money outside of the music, so I'm not
thirsty,
compromising. Yeah, it's
right,
like, you ain't gonna come to me with this. You do all this for $1 million, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do it. You
exactly,
exactly. I got options to do other stuff,
Yeah.
And I come in knowing that you got other options and you got value, but they don't promote that. Like, the more we plugged into this matrix, the more it's gonna continue to promote that death, lack of self-esteem, dumb nigga type image mentality, stereotype that they gonna promote us. You feel me?
Right.
Like, we can't do nothing else. We can't start a business and run out. All we got is crack or music.
That's it.
You know
Crack music or the court.
Or the court, basketball, some shit like that. So it's that whole illusion of that, has been what I'm challenging on this new album, The Prince in Peasant Clothes. And, I got to do it. It's been a long time coming with this project, and over years of doing it, you lose the drive for it goes up and down. You love it and you hate it.
Right.
I got a song on there called Love and Hate, and it's by that. It's Love and Hate Hop. You know what I'm saying? Because you love it for what it's worth, for love of the music, but you hate it because you see the music going in a different direction. It's gone in a different direction. And it's just so monetized. It's so, but we ain't really the ones even getting all the money for it. It's like we being used to sell out the culture. You feel me? And sell each other out. And, and the corporation, the ones winning. The big brands, the ones really winning. You got a few rappers that got some real bread. I just read a thing talking about the 3,000 billionaires in the United States. Like 3 of them are black. You feel me?
Dang.
So 3 of them out of 3,000. So the number still ain't really working. You feel me?
No.
Sure.
And it's funny you mentioned that because Young Thug, he did a video the other day and he was saying he sacrificed. He what he called a drip god. They call him gay. He the one that was crucified. He the king of that, all that, what they doing, all that shit they doing that at Fugazi. He say he the king that he took the sacrifice and he sacrificed it, but nobody asked him to do that. So people don't understand anybody can do that. You had plenty choices to sell out. You had a choice to compromise yourself, but you chose not to. So that's the beauty of it. It's like, that's why I like the concept of Prince and Peasant Clothes. You're not actually talking about peasant clothes. You're talking about the concept of y'all don't even realize because y'all can't see because of that matrix. People look at the shiny. People want the shiny things. We such a infantile mentality. I hate to say it, but I gotta quote them. Arrested Development, speech in them. We got an arrested development with our mentality to where we only focus on just the very shallow concept of reality. We don't look at anything with any type of depth, Yeah, I mean, it's generational. This shit been going on for centuries, you feel me? Whether it's programming, and that's what we talk about the matrix, is everything that you see and put into your mind and your subconscious, we acting this stuff out in our minds and it becomes life, you know what I'm saying? So when you see somebody over in another side of the world that's on TV and they wearing their clothes a certain way and they talking a certain way and they acting a certain way, you can instantly adapt. It's like instant communication. When we young, we learn how to, our parents, we learn how to talk. We learn what to wear. We learn the cool words and all this shit. We learning it from other people. We like sponges. So when you program all this stuff into your mind, and they've been programmed in our mind that you're nothing without the money. Like, you can't have nothing. The dude that got the polo and the Benz, he get all the girls. So the youth be like, man, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then they programmed it in the mind of, because the regular person is scrambling to scrape their money together to pay their bills and to make everything meet, but they trying to do it the honest way. They trying to live a righteous life and respectful for themselves and not make bad decisions. But then you got somebody who's out here who's selling dope to his own people, and he making all this money, but he don't know what to do with the money. He throwing it in the strip club, giving that shit away to all the brands that don't care, that openly tell you we don't want black people wearing our shit, but we worship them. You feel me? But it's been programmed all in us systemically all throughout all this time. So then now it's like shit.
I'm finna get this Benz. So when we talk about somebody putting a dress on, somebody doing some shit that people could consider, suspect or compromising your integrity, it's looked at as, well, at least he rich. I done had the conversation with cats who like, man, but that nigga shit, you got $40 million though. You feel me?
Right.
So what you got? So
right.
we put money above integrity. The system of mentality of this shit put money above everything.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna shoot you in the head. You feel me? So
exactly.
I get this $1,000. But
right.
I did another interview and I was talking with this sister about it, and we was in Lenox and looking at property up there. And I went to this building and it was this office suite, and it's like, these white folks up in these buildings, man, like living $1,000, they making that every hour type shit. You feel me? And it's nothing. And it ain't just white folks, it's other nationalities too. But we trapped into this concept of trap. We trapped in the trap. You feel me? But we think this is real. And we've been sold this lie. And anybody try to talk about this lie, then you ain't real. It's like we're afraid to grow. You know what I mean? We're afraid to try to be better of ourselves, try to be a better version of ourselves.
Yeah. And that's another aspect of death culture. Not only do you literally have to talk about death, but it's just thinking with your lower self. You got to think low. And if you're thinking on a higher level, you trash, you garbage, or you ain't,
it's like weakness.
It's weakness. Yeah. And back to the programming, it's like we're programmed to think that the good guy finishes last. Good guys finish last. So it's all about how am I going. And in capitalism, it's a whole concept of how do I finesse the next person. Yeah. How do I scam? How do I cheat the next person? But other folks, we ain't gonna say other folks don't think like that, but it's just a little bit more severe in our community that with everything that we got going on, I gotta look out for my brother more than I even gotta look out for my enemy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look behind my back and really look side-eye to everyone around. That's how we program to do. But in reality, we shouldn't even be on that. We should be like, okay, we both in the same position. We might disagree on something, but we got more in common than we have uncommon, But folks don't think like that. And they literally are using the music as a weapon against us. So speak on the power of word sound, like the power that this music actually has to bridge the gap of even races.
Well, like I say in this song on the new album, black and white can love the same song. Like it can bridge that gap. It can heal humanity as this music, and the frequencies of music can do that. So, because in ancient times, you're talking about healing through music and the sound forks and the pitch tuning and stuff like that. All that's programming and healing your vibration. We electromagnetic beings. We vibrating with the universe. You feel me? So all this music can do that, and the more we program this in your mind, like if you wake up every day and program niggas and bitches, niggas and bitches, niggas and bitches, niggas and bitches, that's what you think about every day. You a nigga and a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But if you thinking gods and goddesses, gods and goddesses, gods and goddesses, gods and goddesses, then you thinking gods and goddesses.
Exactly.
You telling yourself what to think about. It's like a mantra.
Yes.
And we riding around, listen to this shit every day. That's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Shoot at the club, shoot at the club, shoot at the club. When what's the name used to go to the club, tear the club up.
Oh man,
the club used to literally get torn up. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
They telling somebody in the corner like, I think I should tear the club up. Like
literally.
I really think I should tear the
club. I mean, with that dog.
Next thing you know, you burning the shit down.
I mean, it was wild when so
and we don't even know it. And I'm not saying. I'm not trying to criticize anybody.
No,
all
not
I'm
at
trying
all.
to say is that we gotta be conscious of what's happening against us and use that shit to our advantage. And if we're not conscious of it, then we allowing ourselves to be manipulated. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because even with tear the club up, there's a purpose for that energy. Like we can really use that energy and really tear the building down, y'all tripping, tear the bit, tear it down. Then we could, they know that. They like, hold on. These folks got the power to really tear some shit up for real,
No doubt.
So I totally agree with you. Ain't nothing wrong with that energy. It's all about using it properly.
And see, we don't have these outlets. I was talking to somebody the other day about it, like with the martial arts or going to the gun range or, you know, the fighting and the wrestling. We got that warrior spirit in us, but we on the leash. We got to drive at the speed limit. We got to come in, take our hat off in the building. We got, yes, ma'am. So you feel like you restrained. I hear people coming up down my street, and it's like 2 blocks. They just let loose. As fast as they can, then stop. You know what I'm saying? Then go back on. It's like they gotta release this energy. Right. We don't have a channel for it to release it. So we gotta. It's just like, you know, it build up so much, and especially as young men, we build up all this stuff inside us. Then you snap and kill everybody, or shoot up the club, or beat on your woman, or some bad shit happen. You feel me? And then you locked up and wondering why it happened. And we acting on impulse. We not proactively going towards life. We reacting to life. We're not trying to make something happen every day. We wake up and the phone ring and this happening, and shit's going on, and somebody yelling at us and this and what? And then it just kind of act itself out. You feel me? We don't start the day with a meditation of this is what I want out of life, and this is my plan, and I'm trying to attract and bring this stuff to manifest this. So it manifests itself on us, and we just on the reaction level. You feel me?
Man.
That shit is programming, bro. It's all programming. So my thing is, you know, like Dead Prez say, turn off the radio, turn off that bullshit. Right. Turn off the TV, turn off that bullshit. Like the more we program, if it ain't something positive that's getting you where you want, first of all, them folks already made their money.
Exactly.
They went and wrote their script. They took the time out while the rest of y'all was at the club. They went and wrote their script. They got the team together for acting. They went and got funding and filmed their shit to put it on TV. And we sitting watching other people, like your boy Eric Thomas say, motivation dude. He was like, greatness all in us. But it's easier to watch greatness than it is to manifest your own greatness. So that means your own discipline. I mean, you got to literally say, I'm not going to the club tonight and waste my money to get drunk and hungover and do something to compromise myself and wake back up tomorrow on some stupid shit and be back broke again or back in my same situation. What am I gonna do different today to actually try to live something out of life? You feel me?
But like, it feel good. It feel good to make it rain for that brief second for some reason.
I mean, we started this shit, bro. Exactly. I was 16 years old in the strip club. You feel me? Right. I and this Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Miami, Atlanta, all this strip club stuff was that. So we used to always make it rain and do all this stuff. And the cats I was with had millions of dollars off the street. These dudes ride Ferraris and Lamborghinis with just hustlers, regular dudes, you feel me? And was spending all this money, so it messed my head up about the value of money, about the value of women, about what I should be doing with my time, you feel me? Right. And I mean, it was a good experience in some ways because I learned the hustling aspect and how to, you know, that hustle mentality is a good thing because I'm always like flipping my money. I'm always trying to flip, and I got that ambition. I'm not afraid to take risks and shit like that. But the wastefulness of the money and, you know, we over-sexing all too many times. That's all we want to do is sex to escape the reality. It's like the pleasure is never going to breed happiness. Pleasure is like another dimension that you can have in your life, but not all the time, like every day over-sexing. Exactly. Like, you know, in these other cultures, they don't even do like what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like in ancient times, like Samson and Delilah, you cut your hair off, that's like your power. So you wasting your power every day. Exactly. And you lose your concentration, your focus, you lose the treasure. The Chinese medicine say the treasure. You feel me?
And that's why a lot of times athletes, when they playing in the season, the coach will tell them don't even have sex.
No doubt.
Go the whole. I want y'all, especially when the playoffs come, they say, all right, y'all, this is what it is, because they know the science of that energy, how you got to hold on to that shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, and as men, as boys, it's not even in our culture to teach cultivating that art, cultivating that energy, saving that energy. You know, we taught to.
Yeah, and it's like you get props. The more you bust, the more, you know, that's, oh man, you did that. You know, it's like we value everything is upside down. We valuing losing.
Yeah. So, how does that shiny needle get seen in the haystack? Because of the saturation. What do you recommend? What do you advise from your perspective?
Well, I think it's a first of all, you gotta realize it's an uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be easy to get your music heard or get it out there. It ain't gonna be no one hit, one overnight success type shit. Not if you really been in it, you know what I'm saying? Or really trying to win in it. But honest music, real music, like we talk about Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye, Tupac. Cats who really did their music, that shit 1,000 years from now, in 3018, they still gonna be listening to it because it's real music. It's not just a trend or somebody doing, you feel me, to get something going at the time. And I think that's one way. I also think you also gotta realize that you gotta invest in yourself. Like you got, like on my last album, I spent over 30,000. You feel me? Just on the marketing aspect, not on the videos and all the other stuff, you know. And it still didn't really get me the checks I want. We got some to check. We got some money back, but we didn't get back what we wanted out of it. You know what I mean? But then on this new album, it's 50,000 and up that I'm gonna spend. But not that I don't have the money, cause I got the studio, you know. Cats come through the studio, they don't want to buy beats, they don't want to pay for studio time, they don't want to mix, they don't want to master, they want everything for free so they can go and make $1 million. You feel me? And it's like you don't have the reality concept that you gotta, they call it return on your investment because you gotta invest something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta invest to get the return. And you're not willing to invest in yourself. How can somebody else come along and want to invest in you?
Exactly.
Or like you got the handout mentality that you just gonna wait on the label to come and do everything. Well, guess what? The label gonna take all the bread too.
Exactly.
You feel me? They gonna make you the star, and they figure this shit out psychologically too. To say, I'm gonna make you the star. Oh, you're so talented. You're the greatest. You sign all the autographs and dodge all the bullets, and we gonna sit over here and count all the money. You feel me? And we love that shit. I'm the star. Yes, they love me. I'm on the billboards everywhere. And the people who they living the better life because they in the shadow. They riding around behind scenes and you don't even know who they are. You feel me? They got way more money than you. You know?
And they can walk the streets.
Yeah, and they can walk the streets without being harassed and you know, robbed and all the bullshit we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
And lastly, brother, consistency. The importance of consistency, man. Like that's the affirmation. That's the mantra that I'm writing on my wall, man. Because at the end of the day, you can do good work, but if you don't do it consistently, you still not gonna get as far as you should get. So speak on the importance of consistency, man.
Well, it's everything, bro. It's everything to get the way you're trying to go. You got to set. They talk about like having a goal. If you're on a ship leaving the harbor and say it's going to Hawaii, you got to have, first of all, you got to know you're going to Hawaii. Then you got to have a captain that can actually handle that boat. You gotta have the coordinates and the navigation and all that, and you gotta set sail to Hawaii. You feel me? But then if you get a hurricane in the way, you gotta go around the hurricane and go back in the direction of Hawaii. You gotta stay on course to your end destination, but you gotta know you have a destination first. Most time we don't even have no destination. We just aimlessly wandering through life, and you end up anywhere. You feel me? So you know, so consistency is a major thing. But like my teacher was saying, you gotta have discipline to even develop that. He said dedication, but dedication is a form of consistency too. You to be dedicated to getting to where you're trying to be or becoming who you're trying to be or getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be talking all the time, like, you know, we talk about LeBron James and the basketball players. They in the gym every day. They working out. They studying tapes and they eating right and they not oversexing too much and they trying to live to win that championship every day in their mind. You feel me? Right on. So and they living the steps to get to that championship. You can't just pop up at the last minute and be like, man, I want a ring too. You feel me? It ain't realistic. Like you gotta, they blood, sweat, and tears for this shit. They died to get that championship ring basically. They old self died. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get to that type point, consistency and dedicate. I do the affirmations or the I am consistency. I am persistence. I am dedication. I am discipline. I am worthy. I am royalty. You know, I am commitment. I am all these things to reprogram my mind from all this negative shit that's been programmed in us of this is what you are. You know, you can't do this or you can't do that. And we around us is people who accepted that they can't do nothing and it's never gonna happen for them. But it's like, no, I know I gotta get to this top, my bro. I got whatever the top is, my highest version of myself on every level, I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying?
What you say? I see you at the top or from the top.
I see you at the top or from the top, my bro.
Either way,
for sure.
I know where I'm gonna be.
Know where I'm gonna be.
You know? So, man, salute, bruh. I appreciate you coming through. Terry Milla, Prince and Peasant clothes. And see, the thing about it too, we got to support each other, man. Like, it's a community of us that's doing this shit independently. So we shouldn't have to even go outside of our communities. We want everybody to love our stuff, but even inside the community, we should still be supporting ourselves. You know?
Yeah.
And the whole thing about it is the game got it to where everybody want music for free.
Well, I was talking to my dude about this yesterday. If you think about it, when you get in this car, when you get in your car, you got a theme song. Like the music is like the backdrop to your life, the theme song to your life. So you listen to this music every day, you quote it, you think about it, give you the emotion, make you feel good. But then when it's time to buy it, you're like, that shit supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to. The whole concept of I want something for nothing is
that you love now. You value it. Exactly. You can't make a move without the music.
For sure. You got
everything you do.
Go to a party with no music. Go to a club with no music. You talk about the club, go in there with no music and see what happens. You feel me? Like, that shit deserves to be bought. It deserves to be paid. But the internet came out and fucked up everything with the sharing, right? So everybody started sharing the music. But then these big companies came in and said, we gonna create this platform where we gonna chump y'all off for this music, like Spotify, Amazon. I got some songs on there, right? So don't get me wrong.
Right.
Sometimes I do this stuff for exposure.
Right.
But this new album, you gonna get the singles on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Music, blah, blah, blah. But my album, you either gonna buy this shit or you're not gonna hear it. Because my fingerprint of blood is in this music. I done bled for this shit and died for it and cried for it and my whole life story in this music. So, and I done went to school for mixing and mastering, and I stay up every night watching tutorials every day, learn the piano to make the beats better, and I gotta write my rhymes, and I gotta stand up against these billion-dollar companies by myself. You feel me? So you can't get this shit for free, dog.
Exactly.
It's just not realistic for you to expect it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And these companies ain't getting it for free. They done tricked us into thinking this shit for free, but they gonna charge they $9, $10 a month, and they still gonna make $1 billion every month. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make the billions, and we sitting around waiting on the stream. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The streaming checks ain't nothing, dog. We did the last album. I got
the percentage on that?
Thousands of spins.
Yeah.
But fractions of pennies is what you get paid for that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing,
Crazy.
bro. So, we gotta support each other. We gotta stop crabbing. We gotta address the issue we dealing with and say that, if we got weaknesses, work your weaknesses so you can be stronger. Realize we need to. Everything that's worthy of something deserves it, man. And I support you. Already know I support everybody, brother. That I value. If I like what you're doing, I spend my money on that shit because you deserve to do it. You doing, I like to see people succeed and living their dream. You know what I'm saying?
So by the end of the year, are you gonna have a official album release party, or as far as a pre-listening party before you drop on the not fam included, but not the fam joint, but like? How you gonna do a type of a launch?
It's gonna be a whole campaign, man. Okay. Like I say, this time it's gonna be the release party. We're looking to do a block party, somewhere where we can I can perform, and we can have all this stuff like the old school, like we used to do it. But I'm gonna have I got these internet companies that's gonna be campaigning, satellite radio. I got a independent radio promoter for commercial radio and other things, that's in the works to get this stuff done. Of course, the videos and all that stuff, but I think it got to be a whole movement campaign. It can't just be like, that's why I ain't really even dropped this single. I just got it out a little bit, just to look like a teaser, taste tester.
That's right.
Let people hear it, kind of get a little feedback, and they loving it already with just a single. You feel me?
Right on.
Putting the money behind it to really, really go hard with it. You feel me?
Man, wonderful. Well, as always, man, and I want to say this, Hood Heroes is on your project. You the inspiration for that, so it's only fitting that you are the first in-studio guest for the Hood Heroes TV podcast.
Yes,
and I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you.
And you
man.
always know it's an open door fan policy. Anytime you want to come up here and chop it up, we gonna do what we do, man.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. And where can they go when the album is released to pick up the album? Or in all of your projects?
Terry Milla,
TerryMilla.com.
TerryMilla.com. And that's everything. I got the social media links and all that stuff on there. You join the mailing list, you get the single for free now. and you're gonna have the merchandise and all that stuff gonna be updated from that. I'm trying to drive traffic back to that. Like, that's another thing we talk about, MySpace and all these other things, right? Now it's Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
But what happened when they go down? We got millions of followers on this shit, and then we wrapped up in their identity, and they go down and somebody else hot now. Now you got to switch everybody over. You lose all them contacts. You feel me? So y'all, I'm all about having our home base. I got 100 trillion ENT.com. It's under construction, which is the label 100 trillion, because it's not me focused on it. It's not just me. It's working with other artists to put out the real music, like some real quality product. You feel me? That can come out and be dope and still say something. You know what I'm saying?
Can they get something right now on the website, Terry Milla?
Well, you can get the previous album is for sale on there. I Can, I Will, I Must.
Right.
It's on terrymiller.com. And you can also download the new single, It's Bangin' Though, featuring Flossie May, on the website when you join the mailing list. It's all automatic. You feel me? Like, as soon as you enter in your email, it's going to take you to the download page. You'll be able to download that, get the new single from it. You get like a welcome package with some other stuff, and you see all my videos and all that on there. You know what I mean?
Right on. And you know, I'm doing the Black Mecca plan, and a part of that plan is going to be that we need to be buying our music again and supporting each other with the purchase of music and not just streaming it for the free. You know, so that's a part of it, man. Like, we really got to focus on supporting the arts, you know, picking up this piece that this brother painted, you know. So you also got some you also playing the piano on
I got a piano CD on there, EP, that's The Sound of Light. That's on the album too. And this I call it piano, like the female version of piano, you know. So it's like I still am a baby in it, but I love it, like sincerely love it. I'm finna go practice after I mix this song. I'm gonna go practice again. I gotta do it every day, you know what I mean? Until I get to that point. We talk about consistency,
right on,
where I am Chopin, the black Chopin, and on that level with it. You feel I gotta be able to do my thing.
Finger dexterity, and all that good
Herbie
stuff.
Hancock.
Right on. That's right.
Really be able to play, because all these albums we sampling, you know, James Brown and Marvin them, they was talented musicians, and we think that's not really attainable, but it really is. Like, you know, and then I met with this music teacher. She was saying, do that instead of sampling, because it's not your real voice. When you put your music and your voice, she's like, that's what the world waiting on. That's what we want to see, is hear you in the music. You know what I'm saying? And not the computer make the beat. You know, and I got all the reasons and the Fruity Loops and stuff like that, so I understand, and I flip some samples sometimes. You know what I mean? It's cool. I like it. It's creativity. Hip hop was born out of that too. Right. But I'm taking it to a different direction now, where I'm actually gonna be the composer in the music, and I sound like the sample. You're like, damn, who played that? Like, played it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, that Sound of Light is on there. That's $7 on that 7-song, you know, EP on the website. You can straight download that through PayPal. You feel me?
Wonderful, bro. Peace and blessings, man. I appreciate you, fam.
Man, much respect, bro. You already know, man. It's good to see you doing your thing, man.
Oh, yes,
you know as always, I already know.
You already know, man.
See, great things.
Man, look, that's the whole thing. Not only are we covering the news, but we making the news too, you know, because we got to change the narrative.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the whole concept of Hood Heroes TV, to shine the light on the people in the hood doing something, you know. So that's why we shining the light on you, bro, because you a hero. You know what I'm saying? Old school vet.
I say black superhero, another day in the life. You
exactly.
Know
you know, it don't stop. Without the cake. You know what I'm saying?
Without the cake and without the fake.
Exactly. All right, peace out, bro. In a minute.
Look down on the block, it's a bird of that case. Howling out the moon, keep your peace, man. Right in the next and birds sing my name. Harder gets the test as long as you in the game. Birds fly high, man, the birds fly high. Justice gets the league, man, your ass might die. Up, and away we go. Transform in your booth like a hood hero.
Military mind, spirit of a peace sign. Working on my natural powers for total peace. In the meantime, I live stress free, but sometimes I roll up a 7, cause the weight on my shoulders feel like I'm holding up to heaven.